Hello everyone, this is Success and welcome to episode 2 of Agrarian Skies 2. I hope you have been well in between the last episode. Thank you everyone who has watched it so far. Please keep spreading the word that I am doing this series now. Right, so I have done quite a bit here, as you can see. I have started to level out this platform just because I don't like the idea of having to hold shift key and possibly falling into the void while I'm cutting down trees. So I've done that over there, I filled that hole in there, I've chopped lots of things down. In the process I have managed to level up my pick of tears twice there, so that is all good. Now I have put some quests aside to get ready with today, but the quest for today, if you like, is cobblestone. I want a cobblestone gen by the end of this episode, so that's what we're going for. So let's have a look and see in this quest book what we need to do. Now, I did the crops at the end of the last episode, but I didn't actually collect them. Now we get a lettuce seed, some more normal seeds, a raiding hoe, and potato seeds. I'm actually going to take the potato seeds because I have a mattock and I don't need another one, quite frankly. And we're going to use this dirt here. We're going to pop it along here. Get on there. And you get on there. And we're going to need some more crops, which we have. And we're just going to do that. Now, a normal hoe does not work in this pack, so you cannot use a hoe to till the dirt. You need to use a mattock. Okay, so let's just pop those back in there. Oh, and a tree's grown. Okay, we'll leave that. We need the tree stuffs. We need saplings. We need the basil that it drops. We need all the things. So I'm quickly going to chop this down. Sorry, I know you don't really enjoy watching me chop down trees, but such is the grind on this pack, or on any skyblock pack, until it is automated. I can't give up the opportunity to take down this tree while it's growing. So that's all good there. I only got one sapling from that. It's a bit poor. I have found that getting saplings and things has been quite difficult. Right, so we've done that one. Now what this wants us to do is make... Well, it wanted us to detect raw fish, and we got raw fish from one of the other quests. So now it wants us to make a fishing rod, which we can do. I've got this prepared here. 1, 2, 3... And there is our fishing rod. And for that we get 16 raw salmon and another trophy, and we can either have half a heart or an aluminium auberry bush. You know what? I don't actually know. We have an infinite amount of lives. Good. So, in that case, I'm going to take the bush. So, there we are. Let's pop that in there for now and put those in there. And we're going to shift, right click to use the trophy, and we have opened yet another slot. Now then, what I did do also while I was off camera was in the achievements under Tinker's Construct, I did the stencil worker because I'd obviously already done it, but I did it before I'd opened up one of the books, so it didn't count. So I just did some more, and they're in there. Okay, so we've done that, and now we need this, the oak sieve, but we also need compost barrels. Now, I already made them because while I was in between episodes, it started raining and I needed to collect the rain. I know we have water over there, but you can't really have enough of it at this point in the game, so I made 3 barrels and had them fill up with water, but I will show you how to make the barrels. So we need this. So we put the slab in the bottom and then the planks up either side, and there we are. Oops. We have barrels. Now we want to put them... where's the overhang? There. So sort of there. And then what we can start doing, the reason why I wanted to do that first was I'm going to take these saplings and we're going to take this basil and we are going to, oh goodness, that takes an awful lot of basil just to fill one up, doesn't it? Right, fill up one barrel with that, and it takes 8 saplings to fill up the compost barrel. So we'll do that, and that goes in there, and we'll fill that up with more saplings when I get them. And what's going to happen is that if you can see composting there, it's got a percentage and it's slowly going up. That will turn into dirt. And what we do with that dirt is the next part of this. So I don't know why I've got that there. So now what we need to do, so we've got our barrels. It wants us to get cobblestone. But to get cobblestone, we need to sift dirt. And in order to sift dirt, we need to make an oak sieve. So it says now that you have string, you can create a sieve. Sieves can be used to process many materials into other materials. To start with, you'll be sieving dirt. A lot of dirt, that is very true. Eventually you'll be able to make machines to do this for you, but for now, take the block you wish to sieve and right-click on the sieve with it. Keep right-clicking until it vanishes. In return, you will get something. So, to make a sieve, actually, I think we, oh no, hang on, getting ahead of myself. So what we need to do is make these silk meshes, and we need 2 of those, like this, and they go in the middle there. Then on either side of those we need planks, and then we need the sticks for the feet, and there is the sieve. So what we can do with that, if we pop that down, oh god, things are getting a bit cramped already, and as you can see here, our dirt is already done. And what we do is, I don't keep right clicking, I hold the right mouse button. I don't need to keep right clicking, just hold it down and there you are until it goes through. And what I have ended up with is some pumpkin seeds and 7 stones. So let's just, and we've already managed to do the next one, which is to collect the stones. And with this we can have a crossbow of sorrow or a pick of writing. I'm going to take the crossbow because I've got a pick and it's already started levelling up. And I'm going to throw that in there because there's nothing I can do with it at this moment in time. And we have got a basic reward bag. Please give me food. No. Okay then. You go in there. So we've done that. Now we can come back to this. It wants us to make a cobblestone. Now, until we have a cobble gen, the one way to get cobblestone is to get these mini stones here, put 4 in a grid like that, and you get 1 cobblestone out. And there we are. And for that we get a pig and a rainmaker. I'm going to throw them both in there as well. I don't need them. The cobble's going to need to be stored because we're going to need an awful lot of cobble before we can do anything. So we've done that one now. And it wants us to make a wooden hammer. So here we are. Well, congratulations, you have learned to make cobble. That gets you 1 step closer to having resources that are actually useful. First things first, you're going to need to build up some arm muscles with a hammer. And in order to make a hammer, I'm going to need some more sticks. You put them in this pattern, so 2 sticks, and then your material of choice here. So it's asked for wood, so I'm going to make wood. You can also use stone. And if I look it up here for you, we don't want the Tinker's Construct hammers, we don't want the Barrels hammers, we want these hammers, the Ex Nihilo hammers. So we've got wooden, stone, iron, gold, and the best is diamond. So we have made the wooden one, and now it wants us to make gravel, and it wants us to make 1 gravel, so I am going to do it, purely because it gives us stuff from the quest, which I want to get my hands on. So there we are, and now it wants sand, and we'll get 4 dust, 4 gravel, and 4 sand out of this. So I am just going to follow this quest line through, and now it's probably going to want dust. Yes. And then we just put the sand back down, use the hammer on it, and we have dust. So what we did there, just to recap, was 1 cobblestone, we used the hammer on it to get gravel, then we hammered the gravel to get sand, and then we hammered the sand to get dust. And the great thing about dust is you have these barrels here full of water, put your dust in, and out comes clay. And we're going to need that later. So that's really useful there. So we're going to pop that away there. Now, we've done that. So we can get clay or a rainmaker. Well, we've got a rainmaker, so we're going to go with the clay. And I'm going to pop all of those back in there now. Singing in the rain. We get clay. Now, obviously, I had done that off camera, so, and it had rained, and I'd already collected it, so that's really good. Now, we can get 7 porcelain clay, or we can get bones. I'm going to go for the porcelain clay because, and there is a reason for it, with the porcelain clay, I can make a crucible, which speeds things up a lot for me. So I'm going to leave that in there for next time. We're not going to deal with that now, and you can see here it's opened up all of these things. Now, let's get back to what we were doing. We need to make a wooden hand rake, and I have this in here. And to make that, I believe it's that. There we are. A wooden hand rake. I'm going to throw that in there. I don't need it at this moment in time. And we can get 16 mushrooms. We're going to get brown mushroom spores or a reward bag. Well, if we're going to get the mushroom spores, I'm gonna take the reward bag. So there we are. So we're going to put the mushroom spores in there. It's another basic reward bag. Wow. 6 yellow heart canisters. Well, let's put those on right now. That's going to give us more health. Now I'm starting to get very hungry. I can't do this yet because I don't have any stone, I don't have the cobble gen, and the seed analyzer also requires stone, so we're not going to do that. Kitchen nightmares. We've already done the dried fruit, but we can't do the other things yet because we don't have any animals. And what? Wow, that's opened up assembly line and mystical blood and botanical engineering. We will come back to those. So storage wars. There was something that I was going to do, and I need to do it now because, as you can see, my food is getting low. So in our achievements in Minecraft, after you've made the wooden hoe, and the only reason in this pack to make the wooden hoe is to get to this, bake bread. So I have 3 wheat, bread, and it has unlocked another inventory slot, and I'm going to eat the bread because I'm hungry. So there we are. Right, we can make this barrel. Now these barrels are very good for storing lots of the same item. And the way that we make that is with these things here. So we put the chest in the middle, a wood slab on top, and then we're going to put wood around, and we get 1 barrel. And there we are, and we will get an upgrade for doing that. So in that barrel we can store, I don't know, once we have a cobble gen going, we can store cobble in there. So that's what we're going to use that for. Right, I'm not going to look at any of these other quests now. What I'm going to do, now that I have got that done, is I'm going to stop filming here, and I'm going to get to work on these trees. I'm going to create more dirt, and I will be back when I have something new to show you. Hello everyone, I am back. Now, I have been busy with those trees, and I've managed to get myself 6 cobblestone. Now, what are we going to do with it? Well, before I use that, we're going to do this, millstone. Wheat can be turned into bread, however, unprocessed wheat is very inefficient as an ingredient. You will get more out of your farm if you grind the wheat with a mortar and pestle. So, we need to get flour, and in order to do that, we need to make a mortar and pestle. So, we need these. Now, in this pack, in order to make a bowl, we need to use slabs to make bowls. If we were to use planks, we would get the irrigation channels from Agricraft, and we don't want those at the moment. So we have that. We need 1 plank and a stick, and that gets us our pestle and mortar. I don't actually have any wheat to do it because the wheat that was growing I had to eat, because as you can see I don't have very much in the way of hunger bar, being very full at the moment. So we've done that, but we can't make the flour yet until I have a piece of wheat. Now unfortunately I have run out of bone meal because I was doing this, I was hungry. It is growing, so we just need to wait for that. But in the meantime, this quest here I will actually be doing now because we need to. So in the furnace, as we all know, it takes 8 pieces of cobble. Now because cobble's such a struggle at the moment, we want to make a slab furnace, which uses 8 slabs rather than 8 cobble. So with 6 cobble, we get the slabs, and we can make ourselves a slab furnace, which is so desperately needed. So right now, we are now cooking things. So what we can do is once we have that, I can start cooking these fish, and food will stop becoming such an issue right now. Now what we also want to do is we want to make a bucket, because then we can start moving water around. So I have a piece of clay here. There we are. And the clay will make us an unfired clay bucket. And what we want to do is put that in the furnace and cook it. Now the other thing we want to do, and I'm wondering if that will come after I've opened this. So it might want me to craft it, I'm not really sure. But let's just, for now, cook that. I tell you what, while we're waiting and see if things grow, we actually just want to quickly do these. So we have no bed, which means that I stand around at night praying for things to grow, which they don't. So we now have ourselves a bed there, so I can sleep through the night, which it is now. Hooray! So there we are. It's now daytime and things will keep growing and things will move faster. Now, one of the other achievements, if we just go to here, is to get... no. Not in there. That's why I'm getting confused. Tinker's Construct. It wants us to create our first tool. Now, I did with the mattock, but obviously that wasn't open. So, let's see. Yes, that counts. So we've opened another inventory slot, which is brilliant. What I'm actually going to do is put that away for now. Right. So we've got that. And I'm going to use this. And what we do with these 7 porcelain clay is make an unfired crucible, which we then cook. I'm aware that I'm still starving and haven't cooked any food, so that will be next. And there's our crucible. Now, what we do with the crucible, and we're going to have to work very hard again, so I will be pausing the recording again in a second, is, and I'm going to chuck it there. We need to put 4 cobblestone in there, with a torch underneath, and that will cook the 4 cobble, and turn it into 1 bucket of lava, and that is what we need to make our cobble gen, 1 bucket of lava. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to make a torch to put under that. I'm going to carry on chopping down these trees, and when I have 4 cobblestone cooked up in there, I will come back to make the cobble gen. See you soon. Hello everyone, I am back, and what has been a mere split second for you has probably been a good hour, maybe 2 for me, of just grinding the trees. The trees did not want to grow, so it's taken me a long time, and then all of a sudden a huge ginormous tree grew, and that allowed me to get the 4 cobblestone I needed. So I've put 4 cobblestone in there, and they are now melted to make the 1 bucket of lava that I need. Now, before we go any further, we have this quest here that we need to make. I did actually have some flour, and you were probably shouting at the screen saying, oh, sorry, I had some wheat. How do we do this? Okay, let's try reading the book. Wheat can be turned into bread, however unprocessed wheat is very inefficient as a ingredient. You get more if you grind the wheat. Yeah, well that's what I thought I was doing. No? This? Oh no, not that one. Okay, let's try wheat uses. I'm not seeing it. Shapeless. Ugh. Well, why is it telling me to make one of those. Right then, okay. So it lied, basically. That's not the right one. That is the Britannia one that it's asking you to do. Or was that just me? Well, it's because it had that picture there, so I went for that one. That is the wrong one. We actually need stone to do that. So I don't actually understand why that quest comes after that, but never mind. I got sugarcane seeds from sifting the dirt, and now I am hopefully... Now don't forget this is a one use on the bucket once we put lava in it. Now hopefully I've set this up right. Sometimes I have problems. I'm going to put a block of cobble there just because I feel better about it. Now the water is coming down and flowing, and there's a hole there and the water is flowing down. The water needs to flow down for this to work. If I have done it right, that is. So, if it turns into obsidian, then I'm going to have to do this whole thing again. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Yes. Yes. Awesome. And we now have our very first cobble gen. So what I am going to do between this episode and next is get loads of cobble. I'm going to smash it up. I'm going to get sifting. Those gravel, sand and dust that I got, I already sifted those. And these are all the things here that I've got from it so far. So between this episode and next, I'm going to do lots of gravel, smashing, hammering of things. I'm going to keep making dirt, and that will be that. And then hopefully we will have lots of things prepared for the next episode. So let's just finish off this quest here. We've done that. Claim our reward. Thank you very much. Now we need more porcelain clay, which I will work on. We can get bone meal, even though I'm out of bone meal. What we can get bone meal from is dust, by sifting dust. So that I will also work on that. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the second episode of Agrarian Skies 2. If you did, please leave me a like. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy it, leave me a comment and tell me what you didn't enjoy. I absolutely don't mind. And please, 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 please do think about subscribing to me. You'll be helping me out so much. It doesn't cost anything at all to you. Just hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much, guys. This has been Soxeus playing Agrarian Skies 2. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.